So what we're going to talk about here is a confusing concept, which is talking about this. Talking about specifically actually this. So you see this that says outstanding. So this represents the state of the security. So there's really only two different states for a cap table. There's outstanding and then there's canceled. This may seem confusing because when you're looking at a cap table, you'll see different states like transferred, or you may even see repurchased. What does all of this mean? There's really only two states for a cap table, for a security, which is outstanding, and this is in canceled. So when something is outstanding, that means it's not canceled. When something is canceled, that means it's canceled. So when anything is canceled, the fully diluted number of shares goes to zero. So why do you see transfer, repurchase, exercise, or canceled if there's only two states that we've just mentioned, which is outstanding and canceled? The reason we have multiple states like transferred or repurchased is that they're actually subset categories of canceled. So you've canceled, and it can be canceled because of a transfer, or it can be canceled because of repurchased. One of the exceptions is exercise. So in an earlier video, we talked about how options are different than shares. These states refer mostly to the shares. Options, again, are a right to be able to purchase shares. They are not the shares themselves. So what you can do with an option is exercise them. So once you exercise an option, you get shares. And for options, they can be partially exercised, but we'll talk about that in another video. For this purpose, you should think about it as for shares, there's two states, outstanding or canceled. If it's outstanding, that means you still have these shares. And if it's canceled, what you would expect is that the fully diluted number is always going to be zero. So what about a partial cancellation? Say you have a case where Anita, she has 3 million shares, and we only want to partially cancel 300 of them. There's no concept as a partial cancellation. If you want Anita to only have 300,000 shares, what you would do is a repurchase. The company is going to repurchase 2.7 million shares, and Anita is going to get 300,000. So in this case, CS1 is going to be completely canceled, and then 2 additional shares are going to be created. But partial cancellation don't exist. Anytime you cancel a security, the fully diluted number of shares always goes down to zero.